Hey guys, me again, welcome back, and today I am going to be testing out the GoPro Hero 6 with the Karma Grip to see if we can charge it while we're using it. Now, I run with this thing a lot, and it is great for some stable footage, but when you go to the GoPro website, it says that the GoPro Karma Grip lasts about an hour and 45 minutes. Well, in 2 weeks, I'm going to be running a half marathon, and my best time ever for a half marathon was an hour and 50 minutes. And I'm nowhere near going to be running this in my best time. I'm picturing somewhere between 2:15 and 2:30, which is kind of slow, but it'll help me get better footage out there of all the sites, because this is going to be a trail that I'm going to be running on for 13 miles. So I'd like to see all the stuff that's up there. Now, to test it, we're going to be using, obviously, the GoPro Karma Grip. We've got the GoPro Hero 6. I have a 64 gig memory card in here, which can last almost 4 hours. I've got my battery pack that I will most likely use out there. It is at 100% charge. I don't know if the camera is going to pick this up, because GoPro, I'm recording this on the GoPro Hero 5, doesn't always like the LED screens. And then I've got my cable that I've got one of the cables that can charge the GoPro. And what we're going to do is we're going to set it up behind me. I've got a clock down there, and I'm going to have the Amazon Echo Show have a 3-hour time limit on it. Actually, I should go with 2 hours and 30 minutes. I'll probably do that. So we're going to set it up. We're going to do a time lapse with the camera that you are looking at me with right now. We're going to set it up right here, and we're going to see how long this thing will last. And my hope is that while it's charging and recording this, which is going to be 3 hours of boring footage looking at a clock, we're going to notice that the 4 power lines or 4 power dots will stay the same, or it will be at 3 dots at a minimum by the time we're done with our test here. So this is like one of the final stages I have to do before the race, which is next week. So let's go ahead, let's get into this and set it up. First, we're going to plug in the charging cable. Then we're going to plug the charging cable into the battery. And you can see that it already lit up. Now, every time I charge the GoPro Karma Grip, it has a tendency to just start flashing that. Like, maybe the first 3 times ever, all 4 lights would stay solid red or solid white once when it was fully charged. But you can see that apparently my GoPro has turned on already, and it is charging. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to sit it in the cup. We're going to aim it this way. We have the wrong memory card in there. Hold on a second. Apparently I forgot to swap cards, and my GoPro Hero 6 loves to turn itself on randomly, which I find very annoying. That was a 32 gig card. That's only going to last an hour and 50 minutes. This one will last 3 hours and 40 minutes, I think. Alright, so the memory card at 64 gigs should be 3 hours and 40 minutes, but I have a 10-minute clip on here that I am not going to delete. But as you can see, that the battery power on here is about 97%, and it's got about 3 hours 30 minutes on here. So we're going to put this back in the Karma Grip, and we're going to start charging it and recording and see what happens. Alright, Karma Grip is ready. Stop spinning. Turning it on. Ooh. And you can see that the GoPro Hero 6 is connected. The Karma Grip is actually charged. I don't know if you can see it, but the Karma Grip is actually charging the camera right now. Alright, now we're going to plug in the cable, and we're going to plug the cable into the battery charger. Alexa, show my timers.
Here are your timers.
Now we hit the record button and the test begins. You may be wondering why I have the GoPro Karma Grip or Karma charging box here. It's actually for the Hero 5 for when I do the time lapse. So I'm not going to be running with this thing anyways. It's going to charge this camera while we're watching that camera. And let's see how this goes. All right, so finished with the experiment. The timer was set for 2 hours, 30 minutes. And the GoPro, the Karma Grip anyways, was slowly dying. And it cut out at 2 hours, 28 minutes, and I think 30 seconds. I have no idea how it was getting power because this battery charger is still at 99%. The GoPro Hero 6 was at 90% at 30 minutes and was slowly going down. So I'm wondering if having the battery pack plugged in to charge the Karma Grip along with having the GoPro Hero 6 running and recording at the same time did almost a reverse on the charging status. In that I mean, normally the Karma Grip will charge the GoPro, but because there was an additional component added to it, it might have been sucking battery power slowly from the GoPro itself to keep the Karma Grip going, which sounds really weird because the GoPro battery is really small, but it prolonged its battery life basically by almost 45 minutes from the GoPro's advertised hour and 45 minutes. So that might actually work for me, but what I might end up doing is, since I didn't get to test the range of motion while doing it, I was just doing a stable test or a steady test, I guess you could say, where it just stayed still and it would stay up and record. I might run with the GoPro Karma Grip in my hand as much as possible and plug it in like the last 5 miles just to keep a trickle charge going. We'll see how that goes, because I think most of my footage is actually going to come in within the first 2 miles when I'm with the majority of the other race participants. I don't think that'll be the majority of my footage, but I think that's where I'm going to get a lot of my early footage, is from catching everybody's faces as they go and everything. So I'm going to test this around a little bit more, but for now, this does seem to be a semi-success story. I'm really confused about why the GoPro Hero 6 didn't charge, yet the Karma Grip did stay charged for almost 2.5 hours. So those are my findings. Let me know what you guys know or what you think might have happened. And go ahead, follow me on my little journey to finishing this half marathon training, because it is next week and it is almost crunch time. All right. If you like what you see, go ahead, comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I know I'm holding the microphone a little weird. So until next time, bye guys.